The yogic system is to use the semen to energize the body, and through yoga exercises, to raise the sexual force up the spine and not down to the genitals. However, there is only so much you can do before you hit overload, and your body resorts to a nocturnal emission or wet dream. I would sometimes go for 6 months without having a wet dream. It was something we hate to experience, feeling that we failed in some way. But the body has to do what it has to do, and unlike masturbation, where semen is expelled through forced stimulation, when a person has an accidental wet dream, they do not lose the vital fluid but just some excess liquid. Sort of like a pressure cooker letting off steam. To stay true to our vows as retainers, it was imperative that we kept our minds focused on pure thoughts and used up all the excess energy our body was storing through the retention of semen. Those times when our mind drifted to sexual thoughts, we had to immediately bring it back under control, lest we activate the root chakra, which would pull the sexual energy back down to our genitals. Through cultivating higher thoughts, however, we activated the crown chakra, and this pulled the energy up to where it was then distributed throughout the body, and this could be readily seen in the natural glow of our faces and the ever-youthful appearance of our body. I felt and experienced that my body maturation slowed down during my retention period. Modern agitations. However, it is not easy to be celibate these days. I think it is even harder now than what it was before internet. There is way more sensual stimulation at our fingertips with easy access to porn, semi-naked women on magazine covers, ads and posters everywhere you look. Sex sells, and they are making sure we don't forget it. It would be easy to just give in to all the stimulation, but then we would lose all the benefits that celibacy can bring to us. It is well known that athletes will abstain from sex before a major event to ensure they are at their peak performance with testosterone levels firing on all cylinders. Aside from that, celibacy can bring tremendous mental clarity and focus. What is vital fluid? The natural glow of a healthy body is from vital energy or semen. In Vedantic philosophy, semen is described as the vital, life-sustaining force of living beings. It is considered an active principle forming part of any living thing. A central concept in yoga, vital energy is believed to flow through a network of fine, subtle channels. Its most subtle material form is the breath, but it is also found in blood, and its most concentrated form is found in semen in men and vaginal fluid in women. Semen or vital fluid does not remain only in the reproductive organs, but pervades the body and radiates a subtle light known as the bodily aura. The secret of health. This seminal energy is verily like soul. The secret of health lies in the preservation of this vital force. He who wastes this energy cannot have physical, mental, moral, and spiritual development. The downside of celibacy. Shutting down the genitals to sexual stimulation can be harmful to the prostate. A healthy man's body is going to continue producing semen every day, and this semen needs to be utilized or regularly flushed from his body. The prostate benefits from blood flow, but if we live a sedate life of sitting on a chair for 12 hours a day, and do not have sex, masturbate, or perform yogic exercise for the prostate, the gland suffers. The hard truth is that the prostate gland requires some form of regular muscular contraction or stimulation to keep the blood flowing through it to keep it clean. Otherwise, it collects toxins and becomes susceptible to cancers. So whether it gets cleaned from intercourse, masturbation, massage, or yogic exercise, the health-promoting aspect is the same. You cannot ignore your prostate, just the same as you cannot ignore some form of cardiovascular exercise for heart health. If one artificially abstains from sex while cultivating sexual thoughts, the sexual energy builds up so much that it is imperative that it be released, and if it is not, it can cause a toxic backup in the prostate. Prostate cancer. Most of them live very sedate lives, not doing any serious exercise and spending hours sitting down meditating, lecturing, or writing. Many of them shun exercise or hatha yoga, feeling that it is something mundane. In reality, everything becomes perfected when used properly. Keeping our body in the best shape possible is perfectly in line with the art of using everything. Practice retention the right way. Through the practice of various yogic positions and meditative poses, one can draw the sex energy upwards and convert it into subtler vitalizing energy called Ojas. Ojas is the essential energy for the body and mind that is gleaned from eating pure and nourishing foods. Ojas is thought to be responsible for vitality, strength, health, long life, immunity, and mental wellness. The location of Ojas within the body is at heart. An individual can invigorate, repair, and protect their Ojas by following a sattvic diet, practicing meditation, and promoting balance in all aspects of their life. During yoga practice, individuals may practice heart opening, restful poses to fortify and increase their ojas. Of all the yogic poses, the best of all is the headstand. The inversion not only draws sex energy upwards, but also promotes blood flow throughout the body and relieves the body of tension. Regular practice of standing in the head for a few minutes every day can help to move the sexual energy towards the brain and thus enhance focus and sharpness of mind. All actions of the mind and body need to be pure to guarantee success. A diet that is calming to the mind and purifying of the body will help a great deal in maintaining a vow of celibacy. So in conclusion, if you are going to practice celibacy, you need to eat a clean diet, think uplifting thoughts, and most importantly, do yogic exercises to exercise the prostate and keep the energy flowing up.